Sleeping, what y'all want?
My mom said I need to do something with my hair, otherwise I gotta get it all cut off.
We booked the appointment at Style Kings at the barber shop. Let's go.
Style King 4 blocks away?
Yeah.
All right, let me brush my teeth. I'll be right out.
Don't take long.
Do you want fabulous hair? Are you looking for a product strong enough to tame your 4C hair?
I know she's not using all my conditioner. Hey, Mom! Hey, Mom, you don't have no more leave-in conditioner?
Give me that. I know you did not use my Style King leave-in conditioner with the coconut oil. Where you going?
I was gonna get to the
Well, guess what else you're gonna do? Well, you're going to the store, so I need you to go ahead and copy some more of this King Pain leave-in conditioner with the coconut oil.
Are you looking to knock the dust off them dreads? For a product that will rejuvenate and strengthen your hair, increase hair growth and shine, and smells great? Well, then you're in the right place. For the long, beautiful, healthy hair you deserve, choose Style King. Perfect on all hair types. Available online at theofficialkingpain.net Get you some style today.
Y'all look nice. Tell mom to stop tripping, okay? Oh, and your mom calls and she needs some more conditioner.
And 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 my. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Oh, TREEZUS. Oh, my. Oh, you'll never guess what I found in the dust. Oh, Monster Mom being exposed when, okay, on period. Daughter of Trees speaking out, okay, on period. Exclusive interview right now here in the home of the lituation. You guys like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Share this video out with. Make sure that you guys are all subscribed to the home of the lituation, the littest place on earth. It's up and it's stuck here in the home of the lituation. When? Hold on one second. Hold on one second, when? Girl. And hold on one second. Lord. Oh. Pirate. Piriana to the period. Eyes ready now. Y'all ready? Who's ready to get into some things? Who's ready to get into some things? Everybody hashtag let's go. It is the official King Pain show. It is the home of the lituation. It is the littest place on earth where a dusty bitch could always never, where there is no rusty, dusty, musty, crusty, raggedy, dirty, crispy, sissy, pissy, or pussy assholes allowed win. Okay, I'm here. If you come over here being any of those things, my moderators will escort your dusty ass out. Yes, it did. This is the home of the lituation where it is lit, always win. And today is like every day here. It's motherfucking lit. Yes, it did. A few disclaimers before we get started. Guys, this video is not made for kids. No, it's not. And everything being shown to you guys during this video is being shown to you guys underneath the fair use and copyright doctrine. It's my motherfucking opinion mixed with receipts. Take it out if you want to take it. Just don't be weird. Here in the home of the lituation, everybody's opinion is respected. As long as it's not a dusty one. Don't come over here being dusty, girl. We'll have to escort you out. Here in the home of the lituation, we have a very special place for dust over here. And if you haven't guessed, it is a girl. over there next to the rotted root. Okay, up here we have TREEZUS daughter in the house. When okay, on period. Who's ready to get into some things? Who's ready to get into some things? I need everybody hashtagging. Let's go. When okay, on period. Monster Mom is the title of the show today. And I have TREEZUS daughter in the house. We have an exclusive interview. She's going to speak about the neglect, the abuse, and more. Okay, I'm here. You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now. Okay. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Okay, on period. Without further ado. Without further ado. Okay, on period. I have Nah in the house. Okay. TREEZUS daughter. Hey, Nah, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm good.
Terrific. How you call Trees your surrogate?
Yeah.
Why do you call her your surrogate?
Because she not claiming me. Why would I claim her?
She don't claim you?
No. Y'all know what she referred me as, the demon
The thing is
daughter.
that she don't claim you is that the things that she has to say about you aren't pretty.
Word.
Absolutely. You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now? We just hanging out until we get to 100 likes. Okay, on period. Now, I just want you to know, here in the home of the lituation, we just feel like any story worth being told is, should be told from the beginning. So we just gonna take it slow. Okay, we're not rushing to get into anything in particular. We want to know about you, your upbringing, where it all started, how everything, was, and how
Okay.
we ended up here. Okay, we want to know everything. Okay, on period. So you guys like this video, like this video, like this video right now. We have not in the house when. And is there a particular reason that you didn't want to cam up today?
Oh, basically I'm babysitting, so I didn't want somebody else's baby like all in a
Oh,
video.
I hear you. Absolutely.
Yeah, so if you hear any baby sounds, I'm babysitting. And I
I know
didn't want to cam up because I didn't want somebody else's child like all in the videos.
I know that's right. And this content is not made for kids. We don't showcase kids on this channel. We keep your kids off of the camera, girl. So I totally understand. This is the home of the lituation where it's always lit. You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now? Okay, on period. And um,
And I just want
again,
to say something. If I have to mute it or anything like that, I am babysitting, so I might have to like take a few like breaks or whatever like that. But it'll only be like for a few minutes.
absolutely. We do understand. Believe me, I can hold it down. I can hold it down if you need to take a few minutes when, okay, on period. Um, but yeah, here we are to get to know all of now when. Okay, you guys like this video, like this video. I'm waiting on y'all. We waiting on y'all. Okay. Now, how was your day today?
It was good. How was yours?
My day was amazing. Thank you for asking. I know that's right. Uh, what does your day usually consist of? You babysitting today? Do you typically babysit?
Yeah, I work and I babysit and I do other jobs because with the
Period.
economy, you can never have enough money. So,
Yes, I know that's
and
right.
I
You
don't
gotta
get
do what you gotta
exercise or
do.
big on social media. So, yeah, I have to work.
I know that's right. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, on period. Yes, you guys make sure that you guys are sharing this video. And so you work, you take care of yourself. Okay, on period. You live alone or you're married, correct?
Yeah, I'm married.
Absolutely. And when did you get married?
Like 2 years ago. But I knew the person longer than that, but we got married 2 years ago.
Absolutely. And how was that?
Legally married, not no fake religious marriage. Legally married. Because
Mm.
everybody on here not everybody, but you know who I'm talking about. People want to claim they married and they don't really be married legally.
Did you invite your mother to the wedding?
No, hell no.
Why not?
Because we not on good terms. We not gonna never be on good terms, but we not on good terms, and no,
So,
that's embarrassing. Like,
so throughout this, the speaking out, um, you don't, you're not seeking to, um, make amends with your mother. You're not trying to fix.
No,
There's
she did
nothing
too much to make amends.
much. Okay.
And
Absolutely.
I'm not here either to bash her or anything like that. I'm just here to tell my story and my truth, but I'm not here to like bash her or anything like that. And I'm only speaking facts about what happened and what was going on.
Yes, and I just want to make it very clear. Even though I have, you know, my feelings about your mother, this interview is not about that. I'm not here to be biased or to bash your mother as well. We're here for the truth. Okay, your truth. Okay, on period. And we just want you to get comfortable here in the home of the lituation. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now. We have TREEZUS' daughter in the house. Go on and tell a friend. Put it in the group chat. Let everybody know it's lit in the home of the lituation. Okay. So, how old are you now?
Oh, I'm 29.
29. Okay, on period. You turning 30 this year?
Yeah.
Okay, on period. Any plans?
To try to buy a house before I turn 30.
I know that's right. I know that's right. You working on your credit and things now?
Yep.
Period.
I got to the end of the year.
And does your mother own a home?
No.
Mm. I thought she owned the house she lived in.
No. Y'all know that's Section 8.
Ain't nothing wrong with the sections.
No, it's something wrong when you abusing the system. It is something wrong. And it's not Section 8 is not something that you're supposed to be on for the rest of your life. It's a stepping stone to help you get out of the situation you're in. You're not supposed to be on there for like the rest of your life for decades. That's why the waiting list is so long now in PA.
My. On these YouTube streets, she's been referred to as a welfare queen. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, somebody that used the system and abuse it and it wants to be on welfare and just live off of it, like try to like help themselves get off of it. Like they like to work and abuse the system. Like be on YouTube, 3 different channels, but you getting welfare benefits.
So, in your experience, you would say that your mother is a welfare queen.
Yeah, because she don't have to do that. She's very, very intelligent. Like my dad told me she used to do calculus as fun as a teenager. She don't have to do what she's doing.
Is
She
she
just
educated?
choose.
Did she go to school?
Yeah, she was taking college courses as a teenager. Like I'm talking about 18 and under, taking college courses. She real intelligent. She just need to redirect the energy.
Did she ever complete college? Does she have
Yeah,
a
she's a whole nurse.
okay?
She got a nursing degree.
She has a nursing degree from a college, not like
Yes, college.
CBC, because you know they got vocational schools. You can become a nurse,
No, it's like
like in
New
6 weeks.
England something. No, it was the actual school. I went to the graduation and all that.
What?
She had a nursing graduation.
What she had on her graduation?
They wear all white at the graduation when they graduating from the nursing school.
Okay, that's what's up. What did y'all do on that day? Did y'all
Um,
celebrate?
no, I don't think we went out. Yeah, I think we celebrated. I think we had something at the house. I don't
Okay,
think we went out to eat.
my. You know, back in the day, the kids had to stay in a room, so you probably wasn't invited to the party.
Oh no, I was grown. I was grown
You
when
was
she
grown
graduated.
when she graduated.
Yeah,
My. When was this?
I think I was like 18. I probably was like 18.
Okay. Period. So like 12 years ago.
Yeah.
My. You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now. We need everybody in the building. We have TREEZUS, her daughter in here. Did she always go by TREEZUS? Where did this name come from?
No, I don't know where this name came from. She used to be Mahogany the Diva.
Okay. Mahogany the Diva. Okay, on period. Oh, back in her party line days.
Yes.
My. My. And tell us a little bit about the party line. Why does the party line come out so much?
Because
Um,
YouTube is like her new form of like the party line to me. That's what it seems like.
okay. Absolutely. And what used to happen on the party line? Because didn't people used to use the party line to like meet people, casual encounters? Was she dating or was she picking fights? You guys make sure that you guys are liking this video. Like this video, like this video, like this video right now when okay on period. Oh.
Yeah, StreamYard had kicked me out, but it wasn't like casual encounters that I witnessed or anything like that. But she would just argue and bicker. Basically, all the stuff she do on YouTube, she would do on the party line.
I seen a video of her outside um asking somebody to pull up. Is that typically what she does?
Yeah, she been doing it since back on the party line days.
Has she ever been in a physical altercation because of her
Oh,
mouth?
oh
Seen her?
no, she know how to fight. Well, I don't know if she still got it in her, but back in the day, she knew how to fight. You know, she a little bit older now, so I don't know if she still got it, but she do know how to fight.
Have you seen her in a fight?
Yeah, I've seen her fight before. Men that she's with and
Men,
women too.
and woman. Um, let's talk about the woman real quick. That woman you seen her fight. What were they fighting for?
Oh, I think she was. I think my mom thought that she was trying to sleep with her baby father or something like that. I think it was something like that.
My. Mama, and you seen her get into altercation with the men that she's with as well.
Right.
We'll get into that more in a little bit here. Okay. You guys make sure that you guys are liking this video. Like this video, like this video, like this video. As me and we getting ready to take it back. We're getting ready to take it back all the way back to the beginning. You ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, on period. Where did you grow up?
I grew up basically all over the place, but mainly West Philly and North Philly.
I know that's right. And what was your upbringing like?
Well, up until I was like 11. Once I turned like 11, my dad and my mom had got a divorce. Like they was married Islamically. So up until I was like 11, once I was like 11 years old, they had got a divorce like around that time. And then that's when everything just basically went downhill from there. But yeah. And then like for a few years I lived with my dad, then I would live with my mom. So I would be back and forth between my mom and my dad with my
So why did your
sisters.
mother and your father get a divorce?
Cause she basically like she met my dad when he was really young or whatever like that. And she basically wanted once she got of age, she wanted to like do what she wanted to do and she wanted to run the streets and not be a mom and stuff like that. So they would get in arguments and fights and she would disappear for months at a time and leave us with our dad. So
And what
yeah.
did your father do? Like, what was his
He would
occupation?
look for her and they would argue, they would fight and stuff like that. And then eventually she left him. She didn't want to be with him no more.
What was his
So she left him for
occupation? What
good,
did he
like
do for a
divorce.
living?
Huh?
What did he do for a living?
Oh, he was a barber.
Oh, okay, on period. And what was she doing back then?
She was going to school. She was an EMC before. Yeah, that's what I can remember.
So she would just leave you guys with him.
Yep. And disappear for months at a time. And he wouldn't know where she was at.
Okay, and eventually he would move on. Like, how would they
No, she
separate?
left him. Eventually, like they got a divorce Islamically or whatever like that. And then he moved on and she moved on. And they stopped living together and stuff like that.
Okay, and so as far as you can remember, their relationship was um
Rocky.
rocky. Okay. And why would you say the relationship was? Did you ever see them fight?
Yeah, I seen him fight too. He locked her in the basement before and stuff like
Ooh.
that. It was like real crazy.
My. Did he lock her in the basement because she would run away,
Yeah,
like
basically he was trying
disappear,
to keep her in the house
keep her in the house?
with us. Like,
So
take care of your
he
kids.
wanted
Like that.
to work on the family. He wanted to
Yeah.
be a family,
Yeah, he wanted the
and
family to
she
stay
wanted to
together.
run
He
the
wanted her to
streets.
be a mom, but she didn't want to be a mom.
My. How is your relationship with your father?
It's kind of like it's strange now at this point because like basically the stuff that my mom would tell my sisters, it got back to him. So like he basically be acting distant towards me because of the stuff he be hearing, even though it's not true. He don't know what to like really believe. He don't know what's true and what's really not true because he don't even live in Philly no more. So I feel as though he really don't know what's true and what's not true.
You have siblings?
Yeah, but I'm the oldest.
Okay, how many siblings do you have?
All right, I gotta count. So it's hold on. I got like four sisters. Yeah, I got four sisters and one brother on my mom's side.
Okay, four sisters by your mom and one brother by your mom.
Yeah, but I'm the oldest. So I've been through the most stuff and I know the most stuff because I'm the oldest. And seeing
And
the
what
most
were
stuff.
siblings like growing up?
What do you mean? What it was like?
You know, eventually, they would experience the abuse or the neglect. Did they act out as well, or were you the only
Well,
one
my
running
sister that's
away?
like 2 years under me, she didn't really act out that much. But the sister that's like 4 years younger than me, she started running away and stuff like that and doing other stuff that she shouldn't be doing.
And did you guys get in trouble a lot? Like,
Well, I would get in trouble a lot because I would basically stand up for myself.
and what would that look like? What
Like
does trouble mean
arguments,
in
me
your
getting in
household?
fist fights with my mom. Well, not me getting in fist fights, her beating me up because at the time I wasn't fighting back when I was like a teenager
So she would beat you with her hands,
with her fists.
with her fists.
Yes, and stomp me, all types of stuff.
Would she ever use weapons?
No, she tried to use an iron before, I think, when I was like 13.
Not
But I
no
think
iron.
somebody, yeah. But I think
And
took it out her hand or somebody took it out her hand or something like that. Anything.
and what would you do in these situations?
Well, I was real small and skinny. I was like 130 and like, what, 5'5" or 5'6". So I really couldn't do much.
My. Were you happy as a child? Were you a happy kid?
I was happy when I was with my dad, not when I was with her. But like we would have some good times. It wasn't completely bad all the time. But once I turned around like 13, that's when stuff started going downhill.
Tell us
One moment.
about some. Okay, absolutely. You guys make sure that you guys are liking this video. Like this video. Like this video. Like this video right now. When we should be at least 100 likes. When make sure that you guys are supporting. The Cash App links are pinned. When okay, this is the home of the lituation. This is the littest place on earth. We can't do this without your support. Make sure that you guys are supporting the show. Okay. Like this video. Like this video. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. Grab a friend, grab a snack with, get comfortable. It's going up here in the home of the lituation. We have a lot of things to unpack here. Um, it's a lot, y'all. And you'll never guess what I found in the dust when. Y'all stay tuned when there's exclusives within the exclusive. Okay, on period. So you guys stay tuned for that. Okay. Yes. Like this video. Like this video. Okay, on period. Oof. Oop, hop out of the bushes and like this video when okay on period. Ooh, what y'all got going on? Let me see. Ooh, she playing with black people lives. My. Ooh, just live and thrive. My. My. Y'all hop out of the bushes and y'all like this video when okay on period. Yes, you did. Yes, you did like this
Hello.
video. Like this video. Hey, friend, what's going on?
Hey.
So, like you were saying before you left, you were saying that everything wasn't all bad. Okay, tell us about some of the good times. When the best moment that you can remember with you and your mom.
Oh, when I was younger, she would take us to the Soul Circus, and she would like cook and stuff like that. And she would like we Muslim, so we would have like to eat and stuff like that. And she would buy us gifts and stuff like that. But this was like when I was really, really younger. I think probably like 11 and under. But the older I got, the worse things started getting. Like she started doing less and less.
Absolutely. And let's dig a little deeper. What is something that you can recall that she did for you personally that you will always just, even though she's, who she is, you will always appreciate that she did this. Like you just, remember this moment. Like there's something that you're holding on to that why you know,
Oh, letting us live with our dad. Like I really appreciate the fact that she let us live with live with my dad because I feel as though like I would
she
be
must really love me. She let us go.
yeah, like because I feel like I would be way worse off.
My. My. So there was just no really good moments that you had. The best times you had was outside of the house, at the circus. Um,
Holidays when she would cook. She know how to cook. She do know how to cook. And she know how to
okay.
do hair and stuff like that.
What's the favorite thing? Your most favorite food that your mom cooks?
Lasagna.
You love your mom's lasagna.
Yeah.
My. Oh, I love my mom ribs. Okay, on period. Yes, it did. I always think about them damn ribs. Um, what was the worst thing that you would say that you did when you were growing up? What do you feel like you got in trouble for really bad?
Running away, but I wasn't running away for no reason. Like when I was with my dad, he never had any situations where I was running away from home and stuff like that. Like I wasn't like fast and nothing like that until I was exposed to sexual things that I wasn't supposed to be exposed to.
So you will get beat for running away.
Yeah.
Mama, did she
And
ever ask you why you were
talking to
running
my
away?
and I would get in trouble for talking to my oldest daughter father, but the only reason why I was talking to him because I was trying to find somebody that would help me get out that house. Like that was my main goal, like to get a boyfriend and live with him so I wouldn't have to go through what I was going through at the house with my mom, like with the her ex-boyfriend. I wasn't doing it because I just wanted to talk to boys because my dad never had an issue with me like trying to talk to boys or anything like that. I started trying to talk to boys after I was essayed and stuff like that because I was trying to find an escape and somebody to basically save me out that situation.
My. That's so crazy. So you ran away and you got beat, and you were running away because the essay started to occur.
Yeah, it was happening from the age of 13 up until I was like 15, 16 when I really started running away when I was like 15, 16.
My. So you were being sexually assaulted at a very young age. Okay. Um, for a while. Describe what your perfect day would be like.
Me going to school because I was in programs like the neuroscience program with the University of Penn and stuff like that. And then in the summertime, I would have summer jobs. I was the only one out of my siblings that worked during the summer. I worked. It was a program called Work Ready Philadelphia, and I would do stuff like that. They had professional development classes and stuff like that. So I would go to school, wake myself up, yeah, go to school basically because I'm a kid. Like that's what it
Okay.
consists of. Going
And
to
you will
school,
come
coming home.
home, and the perfect day would probably just consist of him not messing with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Doing homework, studying, watching TV, listening to music on YouTube and stuff like that.
Did you have friends?
Yeah, I had friends.
Did they know what was going on in the house?
No, the only one I knew technically was like my daughter's father. He knew what was going on, but he lived in Jersey. He didn't live in Philly. He
So you
from
was trying to
Jersey.
go all the way to Jersey. You was trying to get the hell
I
ASAP.
technically wasn't. Once I figured out like how he was as a person, I felt as though it would just be more drama. Like I would just go from one bad situation to the next. So I ended up not wanting to go with him because I seen how he was as a person.
My. You guys like this video, like this video right now. When okay, there is a lot going on. When we have a lot of things to unpack here in the home of the lituation. Okay, on period. Oh, I'm sad she never had a real mother to lean on and comfort her when she needed her the most. Absolutely. It's heartbreaking. Absolutely. Um, like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Okay, on period. Ooh. We should be at well over 100 likes. We should be at well over 100 likes. Hop out of the bushes and like this video. TREEZUS' daughter is in the house. Okay. Monster Mom. Okay. An exclusive interview. Okay. We're going to be talking about the neglect and more. Okay. Coming right up when. Okay. Make sure that you guys are liking this video. Like this video. Like this video when. Okay. This is the home of the lituation. Act like you know. Act like you know to get smash that like button, smash that like button, win, and remember to support win. Yes, share it, friend. Share it. It don't cost you a motherfucking thing to share this video. Share this video, win. Okay, it's going viral. It's going viral. Yeah, so we got a lot of things to impact. Okay, on period. Man, so Nas said the trees, as far as she can remember, was never a good parent. And the thing that she appreciates her mom about her mother the most is her letting her go live with her father. I'm like, girl, That's crazy. Wait a minute, friend. Is TREEZUS on government name Nicole? She looks real familiar. Yes, friend. Yes, friend. Nicole Johnson. I believe that's what it is. Yes, you know her friend. You know her friend. Do I need to drop the link? Do I need to drop the link? You guys like this video? Like this video? Like this video right now? Weird. Okay, over here. It's up and it's stuck here in the whole the lituation. Shout out to Income and Opinion in the motherfucking building. Girl, you guys make sure that you guys subscribe to Income and Opinion. Okay, on period. Oh, she must be a horrible mother. Lord. Monster Mom is the name of this video. When okay, on period. Oh. We waiting on her to come back to tell us exactly what that
Oh
was.
yeah, I was right here waiting for you.
Oh, we was waiting for you, Fred. Okay, on period. So you was telling us about your boyfriend was the only one that knew what was going on and how you were planning to um get away.
Right. Well, I didn't tell. Well, he did tell me I could come near, but once I seen that he basically was an ain't shit as man. Well, young boy, I ain't want to go all the way to Jersey because I'm like, I don't have no family there, and if he acting weird now, imagine how he gonna act once I get to Jersey. Like, so I felt as though that wasn't a good idea. So yeah, I was just stuck at that point.
My. So you stuck. Well, you feel stuck. You're still in a home with trees and hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Um, so she had no idea what was going on.
She told me before, like, the way our house, one of our houses was set up, that we was living in, me and my sister shared a 2 bedroom in a finished basement. The finished basement had a 2 bedroom. She told me herself that one day she seen semen on the steps, but she told me, like, on the basement steps, we had carpet. She said that she thought that I had snuck a boy in the house. But she
My.
never said nothing to me. Like, this is after she found out what happened at, like, once I'm an adult. But at the time, she never said nothing to me about that being on the steps. Like, back when I was a teenager, she never asked or questioned anything. Like, she never said anything about it.
Okay, so as far as you know, this abuse was going on, and your mother did not know anything.
No, I felt as though if she really wanted to figure it out, I feel as though she could, because she was on my ass about talking to boys. So if you can do that much, like, be all hostile about that, you should be more attentive when it comes to you having a man in the house. Like, even with my kids' dad, yeah, that's their dad and all, but I don't know if it's because I got essayed, but even I don't care if that's my husband or whatever. Like, I'm still, like, on alert when it comes to my kids, whether it's a boy or girl. I'm still on alert when it comes to my kids. I don't care if I'm married to you or not. It's just like, you just never know. You get what I'm saying? And being as though she had bad experience as a child in her childhood, I feel as though she should have been on alert.
My. And let's talk about your mother's childhood, okay? What happened to your mom when she was a child?
I believe she had, like, similar experience to me, but I'm not, like, I don't know 100% for sure.
Did
But
she ever tell you about any of her experiences?
no, she told me no, not really. But I heard, like, other people have.
My. So with her being a victim of abuse as well, you would think that she would be more sympathetic as to what happened with you and want to protect you. Um, but it seemed as though when you told her what happened, she would turn against you and attack you. Um, when
Oh
did you
no,
start?
she didn't know that was happening to me until I got an adult. I have bipolar 1, and I had a manic bipolar episode. That's like when somebody, like, out of it and, like, basically going insane or whatever like that. She didn't know. I didn't tell her that was going on with me until I was an adult. I was like, I think I was like, this happened, and I told her, I believe, like in 2016 or 2017. So I was already grown. She was physically abusing me because I would run away, and because I had a boyfriend, which was my oldest daughter dad.
And when did you start dating?
Basically, right after that situation happened, like the first time he tried to do like do something sexually with me, that's from that point on I was.
And that was
Before
like
he
12 and 13.
Yeah, right. And I was talking to I met my daughter dad when I was like, I think I was like 14. I was in like an eighth grade. Yeah, I was like in
So
the
she
eighth
just
grade.
thought you was fast. She didn't
Right,
think
but that
that
wasn't
something
the
was
case
happening.
because but my first sexual encounter was with that person, that grown ass man. I was a virgin. Like I never even seen the opposite sex private parts before ever. Before that sexual encounter happened.
So your mother's then boyfriend sexually assaulted you at like 12, 13,
Yeah, I was like
and
13.
you began running away and searching for anywhere else to go. Would
Exactly.
you stay other places at times?
Yeah, I would stay. Sometimes I would go to my grandma's house. I would go to friend's house and stuff like that. Basically, like house hop.
And what would you tell them?
Oh, I would tell. Well, I don't know. They really. Now that I think about it, ain't nobody. Well, my grandma just probably thought that I was being fast because I was too scared to tell anybody really what was going on because I was watching him abuse my mom. So I felt as though why would I tell my mom what's going on when she can't even protect my herself? So how's she gonna protect me? So I really didn't tell nobody. Everybody just thought that I was being promiscuous, but that wasn't the case. They just thought I was being
Right.
fast and being
Absolutely.
like a rebellious teenager, but that wasn't the case.
And not only that, according to you, there was drugs.
Yeah,
What is your mother's drug of choice?
powder.
Powder. My. My. Have you ever witnessed her doing
Oh
drugs?
no, she never did it in front of me, but I know when she high, like
Absolutely. And you, when we spoke on the phone, you said that um, she would always stay in the room and she wouldn't leave her room. Um, so that's kind of why this the boyfriend would be able to do things to you because she would always be in her room, sleep coming up down off of her high.
right, or she wouldn't be home, or she would be asleep, like, and it would happen like late at night and stuff like that.
My mom. This same boyfriend would also be physically abusive to your mother. You talked about a time where he bit her face,
Yeah, he bit her on the face, on her cheek, in front of us.
and allegedly they were fighting over drugs.
No, that particular fight, I don't know what they was fighting about, but before he was arguing with her because he didn't want her under the influence while she was pregnant.
So she was doing drugs while she was pregnant.
Yeah, that's what
My
the
my my.
argument was about. Like, you know how you hear somebody arguing and they say certain things and then you put two and two together, like you put the conversation together. That's how it was.
So they would be arguing about cocaine.
Yeah, he was like, "You're not about to keep doing that stuff while you're pregnant with my son." Like that's what his words were, basically. Like, you're not about to keep using while you're pregnant with my son.
She also does cigarettes, correct?
Yeah, cigarettes.
Does she smoke cigarettes while she's pregnant as well?
Yeah.
My. When I mean, you're the oldest, so you were there for all the children. Did she ever stop? Was there ever a time she didn't do drugs or cigarettes?
Um, I don't think she was doing drugs when she was married to my dad, like Islamically married. I don't think she was doing drugs then. And it was like when I was like 11 and under. I don't like to my knowledge, I don't know for sure, but I don't think she was doing it then.
So after your dad left her, things kind of went
Well, she
downhill.
left
With
him. He didn't leave her. She left him.
yeah, because it seems like things were already going downhill because she would leave for months at a time, and she
Right.
would,
She wanted to leave him. So she left him. He didn't want to leave her.
and according to you, they were never legally married. What's
No, she never
Islamically
ever been
married?
legally married. Islamically married is like when you get married, like I don't know how to like you get married religiously. Like in the eyes of God, y'all are married. Like you go down to a church and get married and stuff like that. Or like a masjid, because we Muslim. So you go down to the masjid and you will get a marriage contract and y'all both will sign a marriage contract. But it's not nothing like with city hall and stuff like that. Like She never ever was legally married. She only religiously married. Like in the eyes of God, you're married. But you gotta have witnesses at the marriage ceremony and stuff like that. You had a wedding and all of that, and you have a witness, and the imam is like a priest. The imam marry the couple and stuff like that, and you gotta have witnesses and stuff like that, and then you have a ceremony afterwards.
My. And then you said the man that she got with after your father had been in jail for 12 years, and your mom allowed him to move in the house with you and your young sisters.
Yeah.
And how long after he moved in did the abuse start?
Well, we had basically my stepmom had dropped us off at my mom's house because I guess my dad and my stepmom was having a hard time uh like paying, for bills and stuff like that and taking care of us. So my stepmom dropped us off at my mom's house with him in North Philly without my dad knowledge. So we just basically popped up on the doorstep and they was already living together. So
Mm.
I was like 13 years old.
My.
And it was like in the summertime because during that fall, I went to middle school. I went to Gillespie in North Philly.
And how long would you be there before the abuse started?
Basically, like, I feel like it was like right away, like basically like a week or two. Like he felt me out, I guess, and seeing that I was shy and like an introvert or whatever like that, and shy into myself, and like we wasn't street smart or nothing like that. So he would use intimidation and stuff like that. So I didn't know like, oh, he just trying to intimidate. We didn't know nothing about that. My dad kept us real sheltered. Like everybody would say that we talk like we white and stuff like that. Like we was sheltered and like nothing major bad never happened to us while we was with our dad and we wasn't around certain people, especially people like him. So I wasn't street smart. So and he knew that and he could see that. So he basically played on that. My dad didn't even allow us to play with certain kids. Like that's how sheltered we was. If he seen that certain kids was out of control or wild, we wasn't allowed to play with them.
My. So you said that he also allowed other people to come in and take advantage of you. How long how long before that started?
That started happening when I was like 14 and a half. So like a year after.
My. And you would run away because you were being,
Yeah.
touched. And
And I didn't know what to do. Like I was too scared to tell her because I'm like, you can't even defend yourself and protect yourself. So how the hell are you gonna protect me? Like I was just like really thinking about this like logically. Like I don't even know what to do. And then I'm dealing with an adult situation as a child. Like, people's brains are not even developed until they're 25 years old. So I didn't know what the hell to do.
wow. And you said that she was also taking her anger out on you when she didn't have the drugs. She would have beat you
Yeah,
some
you know how
more.
people get frustrated? Like even people that smoke weed, like they be like real irritable when they don't have a like weed or whatever they do. Or cigarettes or whatever. Like that's how it was. Like
So she would beat you a lot. You said there was a
not
time
just
where
beat
she
me because
even
she can't
jumped
get
you.
her fix. It wouldn't be like that. It would be like arguments. It was like she wasn't just like whacking me out of nowhere. It would start off like arguments, and then it'd be an argument, and then it turned into like
What were you guys
fighting.
arguing about?
I don't really remember everything because I'm like 29 years old, but mainly it was because I would run away. That's what it would be about. Like the
Okay,
stuff
so it
I do
was just
remember is me running away.
a cycle of abuse. You would run away because he was abusing you to come back to your mother abusing you because you ran
Exactly.
away. Okay, and you said there was a time where she also had your auntie jump you as well.
Yeah, I was like 15 years old. And I had called the cops on her and all that, and the cops didn't even help me because she real manipulative, and she basically told the cops, like, I'm just trying to be fast and rebellious and this and that. And the cops told me I got what I deserve. I had like a busted lip. My eyes was swollen. You know how you cry so much, your eyes are swollen. My eyes was swollen. I had a busted lip. And then when I went to the hospital, they said that I had a bruised rib cage because her and my fat ass aunt was stomping me. My mom not fat, but my aunt was
Wow.
fat. at the time, and I was only like 15 years old, and I weighed like 130. I was like 14 to 15 years old, and I only weighed 130. So you know how skinny that is.
So the police have been called.
Yeah, but they didn't even help. And it was white cops. It was older white cops, and she made it seem like I was just being a fast, a rebellious teenage girl. And the cops
And
told me
according
I
to
got what I
you,
deserved.
you never did anything. You was a good child. You don't recall ever, doing anything that was just crazy that would warrant a beating or any of the things that your mother did.
No, I was just running away. She thought instead of taking me to therapy to figure out why I'm running away and stuff like that, she was fist hitting me, like beating me with her fist. Not that's not even a beating or spanking. You fighting me like I'm a somebody out in the street. That's not like a spanking or beating. Like that's
Were you the only child getting beat?
well to that extent, yeah. She wasn't fist fighting my sisters.
What?
She would like spank them or pop them or whatever like that, but she wasn't fist fighting. Well, she fist for the fat one, the one that she referred to as the fat one. But I feel as though it was like more so when she was older. She probably did it like twice when she was a minor, but for the
Mm.
most part, yeah, she probably fist for uh the one that she refers to as the fat sister, but she cute.
What
But
about the boyfriend? Did he touch anyone else?
yeah, my sister, who she refers to as the fat one,
Whoa.
and her baby father told me that. My sister baby father told me that it happened to her too.
Did she ever confront your mother?
I don't know if they had a conversation about it or not. I don't
And no
know.
one's confronted this man.
Who, me or her? I think she can. I think she said something to him probably.
Okay, because according to your sources, baby trees may have
Well,
the
not
same.
my sources. People told me this. I didn't know this.
Okay,
Like
so
what you
people
about to say,
told
I
you
didn't know.
this. People
People
told you
told me.
that baby trees may have the same father as your abuser.
No, the abuser might be Baby Tree's father.
The abuser may. Oh, that part you're right. There, he said might be baby tree's father.
Yeah, people told
Okay,
me
I'm
this.
hearing.
I never knew that. If it's true, I never knew that, and she never told us that. But that's what
Which would
people are
mean that
saying.
she would most likely currently still have some probably dealings with this man.
No, I don't think she would let him around Baby Trees. I
But
don't
what
think she would.
about child support?
I don't know.
My man. And are you worried about this your sister's well being?
Well, yeah, I'm worried about her being in that house and what I be seeing on the videos and what people be telling me about the whole food situation and like it not being sanitary, her not being in school, socializing. Baby trees is smart regardless. Like some people can inherit intelligence. Trees is smart regardless, but you still need social skills. The house need to be clean. Your parent need to be emotionally stable and mentally stable,
Let's
and
talk about
kids
the
shouldn't
food
be
situation.
exposed to grown up adult conversations.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. And let's talk about the food situation because you were in the house. What was your experience growing up? Did she ever not feed you? Did she ever neglect you?
Yeah, it would be
Not
times where
pay
we
attention
needed
to you?
clothes and underwear and stuff like that, and she's not going shopping like how it seemed like the older we got, the less she felt as though she had to take care of us. Like basically, like, oh, y'all old enough to fend for yourself now. Like it been times where we needed underwear, clothes, and stuff like that. But when we was younger, she didn't do that. Like it just seemed like the older we got the less we started getting. But she would like we would have food in the house, but I feel as though we didn't have. She would go food shopping like it would be like on and off. Sometimes it would be good months, sometimes it would be bad months. But like she would do stuff like she would go food shopping.
Did you ever not eat?
It been times where it was like low on food. I wouldn't say like we sitting there starving, but low on food, or she'd sit there and get takeout and not buy us takeout.
Did you ever not have a place to stay?
Well, basically living in the bando in North Philly ain't like a place to stay. Like that
So she had
place,
you guys in an abandoned house.
it damn near wasn't abandoned. Like it was a hole in the ceiling, a hole in the living room floor, and it lined up with each other. Yeah,
What?
that house
Hole in the
where,
ceiling and a hole in the living room floor.
and
Did the
then like,
meteor hit the damn house or something?
yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out too. And then like that's the house that I was getting essayed in. That's where it all started at.
My.
The house is demolished now. They demolished the house probably like 5 years ago.
Wow. Was she paying rent when she stayed there?
No, I think he owned their house. I think his family owned their house. There was like, yeah, the family owned their house. His family owned their house. So
Oh,
then
and that's
he
why they was
inherited their
staying
house.
there. Oh, that's the house she talked about that she owned and she inherited.
But that's not the house in West Philly.
But it's gone now, according to you.
Yeah, it's gone, and that's not where she live at now is in West Philly. But that other house was in North Philly.
My. Whew. So you had a rough childhood, with your abuser, living in the house with your abuser, your mother battling with addiction, and the cycle of abuse that you were going through. Your best moments, were school, according to you, and you
When she
appreciate
would cook, and when she would cook,
and when
she
she would
cooked.
cook, and
Yeah.
you appreciate her for letting you go stay with your father. Okay. Um, what 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 would happen um for the boyfriend to leave?
Oh, I believe he left because I started running away, and like the older I got, the longer I would run away. Like the longer I'd be going when I ran away, and I felt as though he probably was scared that I was going to tell that he was SAing me while I was gone. So I felt as though they had him on edge. So I felt as though that's why he left. Because
My,
I
my, my.
wasn't around when he left to know why he left because I was running away. And when I ran away, I got pregnant with my oldest daughter. If I would have stayed in that house, I would have got pregnant by him. So it's a good thing. She should be thanking me that I ran away. Because if I didn't run away, I would have been pregnant by him instead of being pregnant by my daughter dad.
My. And when you would come back and he was gone, did she treat you different?
Um, I would say like it would be like regular. I think I came back and I was pregnant with my daughter, and she kind of knew I was pregnant, but I told her no, I wasn't pregnant. I think it was around Thanksgiving. Yeah, when I had came back, and I don't think he was there, or he was like back and forth, like not there as much. And I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, and I was pregnant when I was like 16. I had my daughter when I was 17.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to see if she was treating you a certain way because of him, or you feel like she just resented your father.
I feel as though she resented my biological father. My sister that raised me since birth, but my biological father, she doesn't like him, and I remind him of him. I remind her of him. I look just like him, and he's like 9 years older than my mom. My mom had me when she was like 15, 16 years old, and he's 9 years older than her. He's 50 years old right now. So I feel as though I remind her of a hard time and a bad time in her life, and I look like him. So she has resentment towards me because of him.
Absolutely. So he would leave because you started running away. He didn't know if he was talking or what you was
Exactly.
doing, and she would get another boyfriend
Yeah.
eventually, who, according to you, is also abusive.
Yeah, but it's more so I feel as though like he not a bad person. Well, it's no reason to put chains on a woman, but I feel as though she was basically being like a bully. And you know how some people get fed up and tired of somebody keep talking to them crazy and being mean to them and stuff like that, especially when they helping them, going out their way to help the person and stuff like that, and that person not being appreciative and you just talking to me all crazy. Eventually, people are going to break. So I felt as though like Q is not like an abusive person, but she brings that out of him because the way she be talking to him and the stuff she would say when she mad, like she take it too far. Like when she get mad, she go below the belt, and it don't even be that serious. Like whatever y'all arguing about, it don't even be like warrant. Like it don't need to go that far. Like the
You
stuff she would say, the argument wouldn't be that serious, and she be saying some low blow stuff. Like it's not even that deep. Whatever y'all arguing about, it wouldn't be that deep for her to be saying some like real hurtful below the belt shit.
Absolutely. You mentioned a time where you would have to pull him up off of your mother because they were fighting and you were pregnant.
Yeah, I was pregnant with my son, and I was like 8, 9 months pregnant with my son, and he was sitting there choking her on the couch, trying to choke her and stuff, and I had to get him off of her.
And you said that you were pregnant and she was pregnant as well?
Yeah, but that wasn't with my son. That wasn't when I was pregnant with my son. It was when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. She like
You,
5 years old now.
and you said there was a few times where she was pregnant.
Either with me or with my sister.
Seemed like she the fast one, okay?
Exactly. Like, how you having a baby and I'm like 20 years old, 21 years old, and you pregnant? Like, I'm not 21 now, but I'm just saying at the time, like, dang. Because my little sister is only 5 years old and I'm 29. She like 5, 6 years old, the youngest baby she got.
My. So, what's the stuff I've heard about trees praying to unalive a baby?
Oh yeah, she had a co-wife. I didn't even know at the time that he even had another wife, but she had a co-wife, and at the time she wasn't okay
Was
with
that
being.
with Q?
Yes, excuse me.
Okay.
Yes. So she had a co-wife, and at the time she wasn't okay with being a co-wife. She was going to do it, but she really wasn't feeling
Is
it
this
like
like an
that.
Islamic thing?
Yeah, Islamic thing.
Okay, so
Uh,
it's just spiritually okay to have a co-wife.
no, in Islam, it's okay to have multiple wives, but you have to be
Mhm.
able to afford all of them equally. That's where
Okay.
people that's where people forget about that part. You have to be able to afford them. If one person is on welfare and this person is not, first of all, if anybody on welfare, clearly you can't even afford her. So you shouldn't even be having 2, 3, or 4. And then y'all on Section 8. So like, come on. That's low income.
My.
It's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, you can't afford it. You need to take care of that one household and like own a house. Like, y'all grown ass people. Like, everybody I know can't own a house and don't want to own a house. But like, come on. One of y'all
So
should have
because
good
she didn't want
credit.
to be a sister wife, she prayed this woman's baby
Yes,
away.
death. Yes. And
She
it
wished
worked.
death on this baby,
And it worked.
allegedly. And it
Yes.
worked.
Yes.
She just prayed, or did she cast any spells? Was she
Well,
shaking
to me, that's casting a
stones?
spell. To me, that's casting a spell because words got power. So to me, in my eyes,
And how do you know she prayed? How do you know she did this?
because she said it.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Um,
Words
of
got
course,
power to me. So like,
absolutely. You absolutely right. They do. So this was with the current boyfriend that she's with right now.
yes.
And her current boyfriend came into the relationship with a daughter.
Yeah, that's not his biological daughter, but
Not
yeah.
his biological daughter, but yeah, you guys all know her as London. And then there's another child, which is Baby Trees, who is your sister.
Right.
Because a lot of people were confused as to who's London and who's Baby Trees. Okay, and period. I thought they was the same
Yeah,
person.
it's a big age difference. Like, baby trees is only like 5 years old. London is like 11, 12 by now.
Okay, absolutely. Um, so what would you describe Treesus and Q's relationship? How would you describe the relationship?
I don't know. Like, my mom don't act she don't act feminine enough. Like, she don't know how to be ladylike. And that'd be a big problem. Like, he don't like that. She too like manly. Like, she don't know how to be a lady, respectful, like just being humane. Like, yeah, not even about being submissive, just like being a decent human.
My. And you were living with them at the time, correct?
During what time?
When they would be fighting and you would
Yeah,
pull them apart.
I would live with them off and on. But yeah.
So you would live with them off and on. And what made you want to move? Oh, you
Oh,
said you got
around the
put
age of
out.
like
She
eight,
threw you out,
around the
right?
age of like 18, 19, she would kick me out with my oldest daughter. So I went in a shelter and got my own place. because I got tired of getting kicked out. So I figured out a way to get my own place. And I was in school. I was going to a youth build, and I had got my first apartment when I was like 18, 19 years old. Youth build is like a trade school. So I was in trade school, and I got my own apartment.
Okay, and that was like right after you found out that your first boyfriend wasn't shit, right? Because that was
No,
like,
I been knew he wasn't us when I was pregnant with my daughter. I got pregnant when
okay,
I was like 16, and I had her when I was 17. So I already stopped dealing with him like during the pregnancy. He wasn't there for me during the pregnancy. So we already basically had
absolutely.
broken up.
And when would you meet Walter?
Oh, I met Walt in like 20, it was like before I had my son, I met him. I was pregnant with my son when I met him. So it was like 2014. I wasn't dealing with him when like I knew of him, like knew who he was or whatever like that. I wasn't like dealing with him when I was pregnant with my son. But like you know how somebody be like, oh, this is such and such. Like I knew who he was, but I wasn't like interacting with him. I knew who he was and met him like casually when in like 2014. But I wasn't like messing with him or nothing like that. I was still with my son dad in a relationship with him. But I just
Absolutely.
knew who he was because he was around the neighborhood.
Absolutely. I don't know if you guys know who Walter Wallace is, but back in 2020, like shortly after George Floyd was murdered by the police, Walter Wallace would um, also be unalived by the police, and it's literally history. Like Black Lives Matter protests, it was blowing up police cars. It was a lot of stuff going on, and Na is one of his um, baby mothers, right now.
Yes. My youngest daughter is his daughter.
Absolutely. He actually has 9 kids, okay, on period. And this it's really a lot to unfold here, okay, on period. Na was there the day it all happened, okay, when Walter would you know, lose his life. So we're gonna unpack that in just a moment here. You guys make sure that you guys are liking this video, like this video, like this video, like this video right now. Um, when you will meet Walter, how was your relationship with your mother?
It was like we was like on okay terms. Like, yeah. But I wasn't I wasn't living with her at the time. I had moved in with my yeah, I was just about to move in with my son's dad and his mom. Cause I didn't want to be at her house because I knew it was like a roller coaster. Like you never know what day she gonna start an argument or be nitpicking and stuff like that. So I didn't want to keep going through that. So my son dad was finally my way out of that house.
Absolutely.
And then I got
So
my own apartment.
okay, so then you got your own apartment,
Yeah, I
and that's
went
when
to live with my baby father and his mom. And then from there I got my own apartment.
okay, and your baby father. When you say your baby father, you're not talking about
No,
Walter.
I'm talking about my son's father.
Talking about your son's father. Okay. And then you would eventually move from there and get your own place.
Yeah,
And then you will meet Walter, who is your daughter's father.
right, the youngest one.
Okay. And your relationship with your mother at this time is still estranged, correct?
Right.
But your sister, she would come and move in with you to help you with your kids.
No, she needed somewhere to stay. I ain't need help with my kids.
Oh,
She needed somewhere to stay. My kids was in daycare and it was set away like it was set. I had a schedule and everything on
so it
my
was
own
really
without
just
her.
a series of misfortunate events what we're getting ready to tell the audience because typically your children are in daycare, but on this day they will be with your sister.
Well, I was in the hospital and I asked my sister to watch the kids while I go to the hospital. And when I came back, she took my kids to my mom's house, knowing that this is in 2020, October 2020. She took my kids to my mom's house, knowing that me and my mom wasn't on good terms. And I told her not to take the kids there. And she knew better than to take them there. I believe that my mom sent her to try to come stay with me to see what was going on in my household.
Absolutely. What was happening that day? What was happening before that with you and Walter?
Oh, well, basically, we would be arguing off and on, but I just want to clear the air. I never was jealous about him marrying his other baby mom. Only thing I had a problem with was the baby mom threatening my daughter, which
They
was
don't
his daughter.
even know that yet, friend. We ain't
Oh,
even
but
got
no,
this.
because I had to put that out there because some people try to say like, oh, I basically stressed him out and got him killed and all that because I'm jealous. It wasn't nothing to be jealous of. For one, he was sitting there dogging her out. If he was with her for a decade and dogging her out, and he claimed he loved her, I even told him this and I told her this. If he was dogging her out, I can only imagine what he would do to me. I didn't look at Walt like I wanted to be with him. I looked at him like he was a good time, like somebody good to be around, like to have fun with, not somebody to take personal and serious. Like I knew better. I wasn't like a dumb, desperate female. Like, no.
What would you say to the people that are blaming you for his death?
It wasn't my fault. If anything, it was the wife's fault because like she would do a lot of petty stuff. Like me and the other baby mom was cool with each other and all that. Like we was cordial. Her sons would come over my house and all of that. Dom is the one that his wife is the one that would have everybody arguing with each other and stuff like that. She was the jealous one for real. Cause Walt would tell me stuff that he wouldn't even tell her. Like I knew about babies that he had on the way and all of that. Like me and him was damn near like best friends. Like he would tell me stuff that normally guys wouldn't even tell their baby mom. But he knew that I wasn't going to get mad and I didn't care because I didn't look at him like, oh, I wanted to be his girlfriend because I already knew what type of man he was. I already knew and I knew better. Like that's not somebody I would want to be with or take seriously. Like I don't think like the average female. Like I kind of think like how men do. Like if I see you out here with community DICK, I'm not about to take you seriously. Like at the time, I wasn't about to take that person seriously. Now I don't even talk to people like that. I wouldn't talk to somebody like that, and I'm married. But at the time, if I see that you a man that got community DICK, I'm not taking you seriously. Just like a man wouldn't take a woman seriously, that's a whore. That's how I looked at it. So she felt some type of way because Walt would be over my house, and no matter how much she complained about it, and bitched about it. He kept dealing with me. And I would ask her too, like I wasn't no side piece or nothing like that. But I would ask her, like, are you and Walt in a relationship? And she would tell me, oh, I'm single until I'm married. Okay, so since you want to say that, I'm gonna keep dealing with him. I asked. So it's not like I was being a side piece. You told me
And
you single basically.
he would eventually marry her
Yeah,
just
he
before
married
he
her,
passed
but
away.
4 days before they got married, I didn't even know that it was getting married until like 3 days before the wedding. But 4 days, like a week before they got married, he was asking for a key to my house. Like, come on, and I didn't give it to him. He would do stuff like
Um,
that. He would ask to come see the baby 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Like we all grown, we know what happens 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. He not trying to see no baby, and I would call her and let her know.
Oop, so you was calling her to let her know what was
Yeah,
going
I would
on.
call her, let her know. I would send her screenshots, all of that, because she kept saying I was delusional and stuff like that. So I wanted to show her proof. Like, why is he trying to come here and see the baby at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? We know what he here for.
Why'd you feel the need to prove it to her?
Because she kept saying I was delusional and that he was lying, that I was lying and stuff like that. Like she would sit there and call my phone, play on my phone, and do stuff like that. That's why I would like do stuff back to her because she would call my phone, play on my phone. She would come by my house, rob out my house, like do like.
And they
And then
stayed
she's
around the
older than
corner.
me too. She like 4 or 5 years older than me.
And they stayed
She
around the
older than him.
corner, right?
Huh?
They stayed around the corner.
No, his mom lived right up the street.
Okay. Oh, right up the street. So y'all was on the same street.
Yeah, we was on the same exact street. She lived 1 block away from me. But she down the wife didn't live at the house with the mom. She lived like in North Philly, Alany somewhere. She don't live there now, but she lived in North Philly or Alany somewhere. But his
Okay.
mom, where he lived at, he lived up the street with his
Did
mom.
she come over
So
the
he
house
would
a
come.
lot?
She would ride by my house and do stuff like that, but she never
Because
want
she
to
was
really
there the
fight.
day he passed as well, correct?
What you say?
She was there that day as well, wasn't she at the house?
Yeah, she was there right there when he got shot.
Absolutely. Um, that's crazy. Um, that day, okay, before he got shot, he came and spoke with you, correct?
Yeah, he was at my house, like, and that's another thing. They're saying that I caused them to have caused him to have like he had bipolar 1 too. So they saying that I basically caused him to have a manic bipolar episode because I was arguing with him. We wasn't even arguing with each other. For one, I was having an episode myself When he came to the house, because I was texting him, but I was texting him like weird stuff. So I guess he wanted to make sure like the baby wasn't in the house with me. But once he seen it, the baby wasn't in the house with me. I already told Walt what to do if he ever seen me like out of it and like having a manic episode. I told him what to do. I told him to take me to the hospital or call the cops so that they could take me to the hospital. He already knew what to do. He told me, "Oh, you're not gonna need to go to the hospital. I'm gonna make you like snap out of it or whatever like that." He been saying it. So when it really happened, he thought that he could like make me snap out of it, and that's not what happened. And then he thought that I was faking. He thought I was acting and pretending like I was crazy, but I wasn't. And he thought that I was mad because he had just got married to Dom. I didn't care about that. Only thing I really cared about, because I knew he was messing with me, Dom, and other females. At the time, I did not care. As long as he didn't give me nothing, I didn't care who he was talking to because I didn't want to be his girlfriend.
Is this
I
the
looked at
first
him
time
like,
you had one of these episodes?
no, it been happening since like 2015. Yeah, it was
Wow.
happening since 2015, and this was like 2016.
So he
But it's
comes
like stress.
over.
It's like stress induced, and all the psychiatrists said that it's from a chemical imbalance due to childhood trauma. Yeah,
Wow.
they said it's from a chemical imbalance due to childhood trauma.
So
Because I have
basically,
PTSD and anxiety and bipolar 1.
because of your traumatic experience as a child, you have this
Yes.
bipolar. Okay. Um, what were you guys arguing about? You
We
said you
wasn't
texted
arguing.
something
He
weird.
No, we wasn't even arguing. That's what I'm saying. Like the narrative that my fat sister told Latifah, she stood up there and told Dom, which is the wife, and the mom, that me and him was arguing. We wasn't arguing about nothing. He
Okay.
thought
What?
that I was upset. He thought that I was pretending like I was crazy, and he thought that I was upset because him and Dom got married, and I wasn't upset about that. I was out of it. I wasn't acting like angry or aggressive or anything like that. I was like really out of it, having a manic bipolar episode. Like I wasn't in my right state of mind. And then he had threw the keys in a car. He had threw the keys in a car. Oh, that's probably what they talking about. He thought that I was upset about the whole them getting married thing. I didn't care about that. I was trying to get him to take me to the hospital because I was having my episode. And like the longer I sit up there without the medicine, the worse it gets. So I kept asking him, "Can you take me to the hospital or call the cops so they could take me to the hospital?" He thought I was faking and pretending. So we outside. So he got this minivan or whatever like that. He was like, "Oh, what you mad because I'm married to Don, this and that?" I'm like, I don't even know what's going on or whatever. Like I'm trying to explain it to him. I need to get to the hospital. He gonna say something. "Oh, what you want, the car? You can have the keys to the minivan." I was already in the car in the passenger seat. He threw the keys inside the car. And when he threw the keys inside of the car, because I'm not in my reset state of mind, I jumped in the driver's seat and I drove off in the car. But he threw the keys in the car for me. And it's a mechanic shop across the street from my house. My old house on 59th and Locust is an auto mechanic shop. And investigators, I believe it was the cops and detectives, had went to that auto shop. If I took his car, like, and it's a court and like they have surveillance or whatever like that, if I had anything to do with stealing his car or something like that, I would be in jail. Like I would have had a record or something like that. Detectives went to that auto shop to get the recording to see like what happened. And I'm pretty sure they seen on a recording that he threw the keys in the car in that minivan. They seen it. I got in the minivan and they seen that he threw the keys in there. If they didn't see that, I would have been arrested for stealing the car. Why I'm not arrested for stealing the
So
car
you take
is
off in the car
right.
and
And
you
I
go to the
crashed the car.
hospital. You
And
crashed the car that day?
I crashed the car that day because I was out of it. So in my mind, I was having like I don't know what you
Where did
call
you
it.
crash the car? At the hospital or
No,
before
I
you got to
crashed
the
the car
hospital?
around I think like Vine Street, like 51st and Vine or something like that, in West Philly. But in my head, I was having like a delusion. So I thought that I was like in Mario Karts. I thought I was in a video game. That's if you Google what bipolar is, you understand what I'm trying to say. But
Hmm.
in my mind, I was like in a video game and I was doing the Mario Kart. So I had crashed the car. And the car, I believe, had drugs or guns in it. That's why he was upset. And that's why after the fact, we was arguing and stuff like that because he was trying to find the car. He was trying to find the car because it had stuff in it.
Oh, so that's why he
And he
was
didn't want to
manic.
either get in trouble or get killed for from whoever drugs and guns it is. He didn't want to either get killed by that person or get locked up. He already told me he wasn't going back to jail. He said he would die before he go back to jail. He been saying that from the last time he was locked up.
My.
So
So
that's
he
probably
had.
what they talking about by saying the argument had caused them to have a manic episode. But that wasn't my fault because he threw the keys in the car and he knew that I wasn't in my right state of mind. I kept trying to ask him to take me to the
Did you
hospital.
crash the car before or after you made it to the hospital?
This was before. This is leading up to me going to the hospital.
Okay, so you had already crashed his car. How would he find out that you crashed his car? You called him?
Oh no! Once I made it to the hospital, I don't know how I made it to the hospital, but eventually I found my way to the hospital. And once I got to the hospital, they gave me medicine and stuff like that. I wasn't even in the hospital for 24 hours. They gave me medicine, and then I started coming back to reality. And then once I came back to reality, I told him, like, text him and called him and stuff like that, and told him what happened with the car. And he was looking around the neighborhood for the car. So that's
My.
probably what caused him to have a manic episode, but it still wasn't my fault because
Is that why he had the
he
knife? He was going to use the knife to get in the car or
no,
something?
he had the knife because I think he was having an episode like where you go crazy and stuff like that. So I think he was having an episode. Either he wanted to die by suicide by cop, or he was having an episode. That's what I believe. Because I felt as though like either he was going to get in trouble by the cops, and he already said he's not going back to jail, and he meant what he said. So either he had an episode, like he really had went crazy because he was stressed out about the car, and he went crazy and he didn't know what he was doing. Like he didn't know that he had the knife in his hand. Like he couldn't control what he was doing, basically. Or
And
he
you didn't
wanted
know
to.
where you left the car.
Yeah, we couldn't find a car.
So he was probably just panicking. Like he was panicking. The police
Exactly, he
showing
was
up.
panicking.
It
Yeah,
was a lot going on in his head. He's bipolar. He
yeah,
has medication. It's probably just a lot going on. Um, yeah, that's crazy. And that's probably why people are saying, like, you are to blame because,
exactly. But it's not because he threw the keys in the car, and I asked him to take me to the hospital. And I told him beforehand, before I even had the episode, like way before, I always told him what to do if he ever seen me have episode. I told him what to do. I said, call the cops or take me to the hospital. I've been telling him that for the longest. But he threw the keys in the car, knowing that I was out of it. And if I had anything to
wow.
do with it, them cops would no detectives ever called me or tried to contact me or said that they had a warrant out for my arrest or anything like that. Like I've been to the police station since that happened. It's like cops that ran my name. Like I have a driver's license, so I done been pulled over by the cops before. I never had a warrant out for my arrest or anything like that, saying that they wanted me to come in for questioning. If I had anything to do with that, it's common sense that the cops, detectives, somebody would have wanted to talk to me. That's common
Wow.
sense because
So
they wanted
that
to
day,
know
his brother and his sister called the police. His brother
If
called
anything,
asking
his
for an
sister.
ambulance.
No, if anything, his sisters is the reason why he got killed because what they said on that recording when they was talking to the cop operator, what they was saying, the stuff that they was saying, but
They
that's
said he
going to
was hitting
cause
his mother and his father.
right. And then he got a background of domestic violence and stuff like that. Why are you saying all that? They're going to come
Absolutely.
there hostile.
Absolutely. You didn't call the police that day?
No, I didn't call. I was in the hospital myself. When his body was up the street, I had just got on the block and I had just got on in front of my house. And I had called the cops because me and my sister was arguing and I had did something and she had busted out my windows to my house because I had busted out her windows.
Oh, you was
So
having a long day.
yes, a very long day. So when she busted out the windows to my house, when I called the cops, the same cops that was up the street after they didn't just killed him was the same cops that came to my house. When I was telling them what was going on and how my baby father this and that, the cops' face started turning pale because they put two and two together. At the time, I didn't know his body was up the street. So when I started telling the cops like what was going on, and I was mentioning my baby father and his name and stuff like that, the cops started turning pale and started getting real nervous. And at the time, I didn't know why they was getting nervous. I just knew I know how to read body language. So at the time, I didn't know why they was acting nervous. But now that I know what happened, they was acting nervous because they realized that I didn't know that his body was up the street.
So you have this bipolar episode and you pretty much lose everything in one day. Your boyfriend, your
Well, he wasn't my
kid.
boyfriend. He was just we just had a kid together. He was never my boyfriend. I was never his girlfriend. He was just somebody like friends with benefits. I never was his girlfriend.
Okay. Okay. Um, So I'll say you lost Walter, your kids, your windows,
Exactly, yes. My
um,
mind.
your mind. It's a lot happen all in one day. Um, wow. Wow. So, yeah, Walter's sister called the 911 and told the dispatchers that her brother had a record and was on probation and he was being violent towards his
Yeah,
mother and father.
exactly. It's mentioning probation and all that. You didn't say, "Oh, my brother's having a manic bipolar episode. Can I get an ambulance?" That's all you had to say. He's in here fighting my mom. You could have said that too, but you didn't have to mention his record and all of that. That's gonna make them come hostile.
And his wife was there also, and so he was cheating on his wife with you.
No, at the time he got married 3 days before he got killed. They wasn't husband and wife until 3 days
Oh,
before he
okay.
got killed. Yeah, 3 days before he got killed, they got married.
So after they got married, you stopped talking to him. You stopped, or
No, this was I didn't see him. Like, he was like, I think they got married probably like out of the state or something like that. Like, it was on their honeymoon. I didn't see him. That when I seen him that day, like when all that stuff was happening with the car and all of that, that's the first time I seen him since he got married. I didn't care about him getting married or nothing like that, and I kind of knew because she was saying certain stuff like she was giving hints that they was going to get married. I didn't care about that. I just cared. I had his kids at my house playing with my kids. His other big mom kids was at my house. His other big mom, I met his other big mom, and all three of us was talking. Me, Walt, and her. The boy's mom, he got 3 sons by this other girl. She was at my house, and we was all chilling and cool and cordial. I only Dom is the one that had a problem with everybody, all of us. But we would get along with each other. I never met the other females, but I did meet one of his other big moms, and I didn't have no problem with her, and she didn't have no problem with me. Her kids was in my house playing with my kids,
my.
and Walt was there. Like, we didn't have no problem with each other. We wasn't arguing, fighting, none of that. He introduced me to her, yeah, and yeah, it wasn't no problem,
Okay, so Dominic Wallace is the wife.
yeah.
And according to you, you guys didn't have no problem.
No, we did. I'm talking about his other big mom.
Oh, his other baby mamas didn't have a problem, but Dominique, you and Dominique had problems.
Yes, because she would always say that when I was pregnant, she would say she's going to kill my daughter, stomp my baby out of me. Always saying some crazy stuff like because she was mad because she kept getting cheated on.
Wow. So even though it seemed as though he was in this relationship with Dom, he kept dealing with you.
And other females, so he had other babies on her besides my baby.
Yes, he was only 27, you guys, and he had 9 kids when he passed.
Yeah, I wasn't the first, like, yeah, my child wasn't the first child he had on her. It was like 3, 4 other kids before I was even thought about.
Yes, your daughter is one of 9. Um,
And it's probably
so
more than that. That's the ones they claiming.
I mean, this is just really bizarre because there was a lot of coincidences with this. Like if this didn't happen the way that it happened, it probably wouldn't have made headlines in the way that it did. Walter would be slain just, a few weeks after George Floyd. Okay. He just got married. His wife was giving birth, 3 days after he passed away. Um,
Can I hold on? Can I address something real quick? I want to say something
yes.
to Simply Be. That wasn't the reason why he was that wasn't the reason why he was at my house. He was at my house because we are trying to get some pussy for one. And two, he thought that I was faking my manic episode. That's not the reason why he was at my house. Because I stole his car. He was already at the house before the car. How do you think the car got to the house? He was already here before that. That don't even make sense. Talking about some he was at the house because you stole his car. That's the only reason why he was there. No, that's not why he was there.
They said that he was
He
at
was
the
there before
house.
then, and he
What they're
threw the key.
saying.
How did I steal a car if he threw the keys in the car? That's not making sense.
Well, what I've been told is that the reason that they're blaming you is because he came to the house that day and you wouldn't let him leave because you knew that the other woman was at the
Walt
house.
fight
You know,
females. That
the
boy fight females. He would have. He for one. Walt it was like 6 feet tall. I'm only like 5'6". Walt hit females. I can My little self cannot help hold him hostage in no house.
Well, they're saying you guys were arguing, and then you took the keys and you sped off, and that's what caused his manic episode. He went over there to his house, I guess, up down the street, and he started being chaotic over there. The police were called, and he was shot. Um, yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing that. I didn't even know that was the narrative. I knew that the narrative was like, oh, I'm the reason why he did it, but I never heard the details,
So according
like
to
in
you, you
detail.
didn't have no feelings about him being with Dominique. You didn't
No,
want
because he'd been
Walter.
with her for 10 years and he just now marrying her. I'm probably the reason why they got married because I always would bring that up to her. I used to say, oh, he been with you over a decade and you still don't got no ring. I would say that to her all the time. And I never wanted to be his girlfriend. I just told y'all, like I looked at him like he was just somebody to have fun with. I didn't look at him like he was respectable enough to be a boyfriend. And I felt as though he's sitting there dogging her out and he was with her for 10 years. I can only imagine what he would do to me. He
My
had all them
mama.
babies on her.
Walter has a twin brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he got a twin sister, not a brother.
Twin sister. Okay. My.
And my sister is the one that told that story to people. The same sister that I was letting live with me. But trust and believe, if I had anything to do with him being killed, detectives would have talked to me or something. Because don't y'all think that they would love to have? Don't y'all think they would love to put that on somebody else besides the police department? Like people are dumb. I'm pretty sure the city of Philadelphia would have loved to put that on somebody besides the police department.
Somebody said,
And my
how
kids is
long
not in
have
foster care. They not in foster care. They never been in foster care.
they said they heard the same story? That's what I'm hearing. From my research to just on today, they said that apparently you was jealous. You didn't want him to leave. You got in a big argument with him because the girl was not right up there. I guess you said that it was his mama house down the street.
Yeah,
She
his
was
mom house is
there.
down the street.
Yeah, you didn't want him to leave because she was there. You got in a fight. You took the keys. You left. He got, I guess
Yeah, that's
he
not
was
what happened.
pissed.
And yeah, that's not what happened. And it's an auto shop right across the street. Me and him both was outside the car, and you could see when he's throwing the keys inside the car, and when I was already in the passenger seat. And the detectives, since everybody think they know so much, the detectives, I live right across the street from the auto shop. I seen when the detectives went in the auto shop to ask for the recording. Everybody think they know so much, but they wasn't there.
My. So you will be at the hospital where,
Yeah, I'm in a hospital trying to get medicine so I can come out of my manic episode. And I never ever tried to make him stay. That's what Don would do. Don would scratch his face up and all of that. Like people don't even know what they're talking about. All the stuff they saying about me is basically what the hell she used to do. She used to scratch his face up. She used to make false reports on him, all types of stuff because he would cheat on her. I never tried to keep him in a house. That wasn't my nigga. Like what?
my. And Walter would meet his untimely death on this date, because the police would be called, and they will feel intimidated like they do whenever there's a black man, or they're intimidated by our blackness. Um, and he will be shot and he will lose his life on that day. Um,
Can
so
I say I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm talking to Simply Big. For one, I wasn't thrilled to. If I took myself to the hospital, it's called a 201. I took myself. That means you voluntarily take yourself to the hospital. A 302 is when it's involuntarily. I voluntarily took myself to the hospital because I knew that I needed medicine. And the reason why I even had the medic episode in the first place is because his wife kept harassing me, calling my phone, driving to my house, and doing stuff like that.
absolutely, you guys make sure that you guys are liking this video, like this video, like this video, like this video right now.
People be all loud and wrong. Like this be cracking me up. But I don't feel no type of way about this. I'm sad that that happened to him, but I don't feel no type of way about people lying on me because I know the true story and anybody with sense would know. Like she would have been facing some type of charges for stealing that car if I really stole the car. Detectives went to that auto shop and they got that recording. If I stole that boy car, I would have had charges. I don't have a criminal record at all. I never been fingerprinted ever.
So your life has just got flipped, turned upside down. You just find out, that Walter has been shot by the police, and who was there for you? What is your mother doing at this time?
Nobody was there for me, myself, and I.
And what is your mother doing at this time?
Oh, I don't know what she was doing because after the situation happened with the after the situation happened, like that night, I think, or something like that, the kids was at her house, and I was trying to get the kids out of her house. Like I called DHS on my mom to get the kids out the house. This was during the pandemic. So when I called the cops and told the cops what was going on, they said, because that's your mom, we need to see the physical actual paper, which I did have custody of my kids at the time, saying that I had full custody of the kids. Because my mom was lying and them basically saying that I didn't have custody, and I did. So the next day, I couldn't just go to the courthouse and get the paper because it was during the pandemic. But when I did go to the courthouse, they gave me like all these papers, and you know how they give you papers and that number tell you to call another number. It was like that. They was giving me the runaround to get the actual physical paper saying that I had full custody of the kids. Like they wanted to see the physical paper, the cops, in order to get the kids out the house. So that day I went to my therapy appointment and I talked to my therapist and I let my therapist know what was happening, whatever like that. And my therapist suggested calling DHS on my mom to get the kids out the house.
Mm. And how did the kids get to your mom's house in the first place?
The sister who going around telling people that I had something to do with my baby father getting killed, that sister that was living with me with her boyfriend and her child in my finished basement, she took my kids over to my mom's house while I was in the hospital. I wasn't even in the hospital for a full 24 hours. She kicked my kids out their house and took my kids to my mom's house while I was in the hospital.
And you will go to your mom's house to try to retrieve your kids, and she will hide them from you?
No, she hid the kids. When me and DHS came to the house, she had the kids in the backyard under leaves trying to hide them.
She
And
hid them under
somebody was
piles of
asking a question.
leaves. What's that?
Yeah. So my kids is not in foster care. They're with family. So I don't know why this person keeps saying this, but yeah,
Yeah, so when DHS would come, she hid your children under piles of leaves. Um,
in the backyard. Well, in the back.
yeah.
It's not a backyard, but whatever you want to call it, in the back of the house.
And the kids will ultimately end up with family because you were not able to prove that they were
No, not because of that. Because they just had to investigate. While they do the investigation, the kids can't be in the house, depending on what the person is saying. Depending on what the allegations are, the kids can't be in the house while they're doing the investigation. And
your mom probably made,
she say some crazy stuff.
and then
So
your friend Walter just passed, so who knows what she told the police.
exactly.
Absolutely. And it's been very difficult for you to regain custody since.
Yes, because they wanted me to go to like 3 different programs and work a full-time job. And I had lost multiple jobs just because I was trying to comply with the court order. They wanted me to go to parenting class, drug and alcohol program, but they wanted me to go to drug and alcohol program because at the time I didn't have a medical marijuana card, but I have a medical marijuana card now. But at the time, the only thing that ever has been in my system is weed. They wanted me to go to a drug and alcohol program for some damn weed, and I had to go to therapy. I've been going to therapy even before DHS was involved. I've been going to therapy off and on for like a decade now because of what happened to me as a child. But they wanted me to go to therapy, parenting classes, and drug and alcohol program, and they wanted me to work and do all of this in 1 week. I lost multiple jobs trying to comply with the court order, and I had to do visitations. It was no way possible for me to do all 4 or 5 things and keep my job. So eventually, I had to stop trying to do all of that just so I can keep a job. And then it didn't look bad. It looked bad on me in court if I keep running through jobs and make it look like I'm unstable and irresponsible. And it make it look like I can't like be stable. And that's defeating the whole purpose of me even having a job or even doing the parenting classes and stuff like that.
My. So after Walter is slain, your mother comes and pretty much kidnaps your kids. And you believe it's because of the money.
Yeah, it's because of the money. My mom
No,
wanted
no,
the
no.
2 older kids because she wanted to get like a foster. It's called kinship care. When kids is not placed in foster care and they placed with relatives, it's called kinship care. The kids was in kinship care, and my mom wanted the 2 older kids so that she can get a foster care check for the kids. Even though it's not foster care, it's kinship. She wanted the kinship, foster care, whatever you want to call it, check for the kids and food stamps. That's why she took the kids.
My.
And then my aunt can't have kids, so she would ask if she could have Walter Wallace's daughter like on the weekends and stuff like that. And I would let my daughter go over her aunt's house on the weekends so they could spend time together. So luckily, thank God, my youngest daughter wasn't there at the house because my mom probably would have ran off with her.
My. Walter, his death would be deemed, police brutality, and the police department would
Compensate
settle with the family. Yeah, compensate the family
and the
upwards of
children.
$2.5 million. Yeah, and the children. What happened with that? Can you tell us why your child is not receiving any benefits?
Oh, I don't know what she's receiving because she's not in my care, but that's the main reason why my mom's side of the family wanted to adopt her instead of giving her back to me because they want that compensation from the city.
So they're playing with your, family, and you being, a mother to your child because they want financial compensation from.
And I want to make a state another thing real quick. If I was such an unfit, bad parent, my kids were going to daycare and school, and I was going to Job Corps. If I was so unfit, my kids was going to a 4-star, 4 Keystone Star daycare. People in Philly know what that is. It's really hard to get 4 Keystone Stars. It's like ratings for the daycare. It's really hard to get 4 Keystone Stars. My kids was going to a very high quality daycare. If I was such an unfit parent, those daycare workers are mandated reporters. They would have reported me to DHS, and I would have been had a DHS case. My kids wasn't just with me; they was in daycare and school. So other adults was around my kids on the regular.
Oh wow. Oh
Yeah, so
wow.
like all that bad, unfit parent stuff, that's not true. I wasn't the only adult around my kids.
So they got all this money, um, and that's why your mom wants to be involved in the daughter's life.
Yes, the youngest one. That's why she put
Absolutely.
the bug in my older cousin ear to like try to adopt the baby so that they can get the money.
My. Are you still connected with Walter's family? Do you still
No, I
communicate with
spoke to
them?
his mom since he's been murdered or whatever like that, and she told me that she don't like have ill feelings towards me, but she do believe the rumor that I had something to do with her son getting killed. But I don't feel no type of way. Like I don't have ill feelings towards her about that because like I couldn't imagine going through that as a mom. So I don't feel no type of way towards her because she believed it. But she told me that she don't have any. She told me personally, face to face, that she doesn't have like anything against me or anything like that. And actually, one time I had a manic episode and I ended up at her house and she helped me. She called the cops so that they could take me to the hospital. She actually helped me. I had an episode since he been unalive like a few years ago, and she helped me get to the hospital because she
My.
called the cops to get the ambulance to help me go to the hospital.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So this is crazy. What would you say to the people who believe that you are responsible for Walter's death?
It doesn't make sense. If I had anything to do with it, don't y'all think that the city of Philadelphia would love to put the blame on somebody else besides their police officers? Like that's like common sense. I never been mentioned on the news or anything like that, saying like anything. Don't y'all think that the police department would love to blame that on somebody else? Like, oh, the real reason leading up to this is because of this person. And I would have had like it's public record. I don't have a criminal record or anything like that. I would have been arrested for stealing the car at least. I would have at least been arrested for that. None of that is true.
I know that's right.
At least that's the least thing I would have been arrested for, stealing the car. The reason why I'm not arrested for stealing the car is because they seen on a recording across the street at the auto shop because the car was in the middle of the street right in front of my house. They seen on that recording that he threw the keys inside the car.
My. So, you said that you had an episode, pretty much.
Right. And I already told Walt beforehand what to do if I ever was around him and had an episode. But he thought that I was pretending and like I guess wanting attention because he just got married. I didn't care about that.
My. And what about your mother? I'm sure she's watching this. What would you say to your mom if you were able to have a conversation with her?
Yeah, I don't have nothing to say to her. I just hope and pray that like I would tell her not to like I would suggest not doing like making false allegations again because I'm going to go full force. Like it's going to be World War III. I already made an incident report, so the police district in my area are already on alert. They already know that the situation that's going on, and they already know that if y'all get any calls or any false allegations, this is why it's happening. And they're already investigating her page. They asked for her YouTube channel and everything. So I would suggest to leave me alone and let me live in peace. Because if I really wanted to, I could have reported her and I didn't do it.
I know that's right. I know that's right, Win. Um, Tell the people where they can find you and give them your cash app in case they want to support you. Let me put your cash app in the chat. Anybody that wants to support Nah, okay, Nah is a survivor and she has a very powerful story when okay on period through it all, through her traumatic childhood. Like she stood here today and she told you guys that she don't have any good memories from her childhood outside of being with her father. You know, anytime she was with her mother, okay, it was dust. Okay. So you guys make sure that you guys are supporting it's very important for Na to know that she has support. Her mother has retaliated against her in the past.
And
So
coach my kids to say stuff that wasn't true. That's how DHS really like that's how the case stuck with DHS and they wanted to be involved in my life. It's because my mom had coached my oldest daughter to say a whole bunch of things that wasn't true. She even involved Walt in the lie. They said allegations against Walt that wasn't true. And then this man is not even allowed to defend himself. She went that low. She said Walt did some stuff that he didn't do.
wow.
And she coached my daughter to say that. That's the reason why it took so long and like they giving me a hard time with getting the kids back because what she coached my daughter to say.
Oh, I did have another question for you. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Oh, I wanted to be an OBGYN or be a nurse.
Okay. And how's that looking today? Like, are you
Well,
still headed in that direction?
I'm unable to do that due to Nicole coaching my daughter to say stuff that's not true. So now I have something on my record where
Nah.
it basically say that I knew something happened to my child and I didn't like report it or do anything about it. And I
Wow.
had to find a way to get that expunged.
That is crazy.
I don't have a criminal record, but on a child abuse clearance, it basically say like I knew something happened to my child and I didn't do anything to stop it or prevent it. That's what it says. It's an exact word, but that's the definition to the word. Well,
That's
Flower
crazy.
Boys family don't act like family. My family is not family. We just share blood together. They don't act like family. I done met strangers
Yeah.
that was more like family than family. Everybody family is not family.
Yes, it'd be like that
They
sometimes.
didn't threw me
Haven't you
out to
ever?
the wolves. They sitting here basically putting a target on my back by saying I had something to do with Walt getting killed. And I didn't have nothing. I didn't want him dead. Like why would I want him dead? That was my son. That was my daughter dad. And I didn't feel that way towards him. Like I didn't care that he was I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care at the time that he was messing with other females. I didn't care. As long as he wasn't giving me nothing, I did not care. He had his kids over there at my house, like his three boys. If I had such a problem with him, he wouldn't have had his kids at my house playing with my kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I didn't wish
Absolutely.
death on him. And I wasn't controlling either. Like that narrative that they saying about me, that's how she was. That's how his wife was. I wasn't like that. And I'm not like that. Anybody that been in a relationship with me or was friends with benefits know that I'm not like that.
And you sent me some receipts. You did send me some
And I
receipts,
sent him receipts, actually, yeah. And
She
I
did
sent
send
him
me some
receipts.
receipts. It was a very toxic thing going on between her. It was like a love triangle
Yeah,
in a
love triangle
sense.
thing.
But according to you, you didn't want Walter. You was just,
Yeah, we
like
was
the other
friends with benefits,
woman.
like homies. Like he
Okay.
would tell me about all the new babies he had on the way and all of that. If I really was controlling and possessive like that, why would he sit up there telling me about all the babies he got on the way?
And this is a part of history. How do you feel about your baby father being a part of history?
It's like I feel like it's embarrassing and I feel like it's unfortunate.
Absolutely. Were you outside protesting Black Lives
No,
Matter?
when that was happening, DHS was at my mom's house. I was trying to get the kids out that same day where they was protesting and
Hmm.
messing stuff up on 52nd and Market. I was at my mom's house trying to get the kids out her house.
Man. What about days after that? I'm sure there was other protests. Did you go to any of the protests?
No, oh yeah, one day I had ended up, it was an accident. I didn't even know this was for him, but they was making a garden at Sarah High School, and it's like a garden. They was sitting there making a garden at Sarah High School and like trying to remember him, and I just so happened was volunteering, but I didn't know it was for him. And then I seen his wife at the volunteer thing, and I said to her, I told her, I walked up to her and I told her I didn't have anything to do with Walt getting killed. And she said, "You don't have anything to say to me." That's what she said to me. I was trying to like not make amends, but like let her know like I didn't have anything to do with him getting
Why
killed.
are they blaming you for this man death?
And then
That's crazy.
mind you, before I ever was in a picture, he had a history of mental health. He been had bipolar one. He been having episodes way before I even was around him. And his wife been stressing him out. She would cause problems with his son's mom all the time. And she said it herself. Oh, he said it and she said it too. Oh, anytime I would get mad at him, I would basically start drama with y'all.
Man.
Like she would do stuff like that.
And remember, you said the reason he wasn't at the birth of your child is because she made sure that he was in jail that day.
Yeah, exactly. She had got an argument with him and made sure he got locked up so he wouldn't be at the birth of the baby.
My. And, people are alleging that, you did the same thing. That's what you intended to do when you did what you did.
I wasn't like that. I didn't care what he did. We was friends with benefits. That was like we was like homies, like my bro. But I
Or
was
was it
just
just
effing
her
him.
that was just her karma that he wasn't at the birth of her child?
Yeah, that's karma. That's God. That ain't had nothing to do with me. And I wouldn't want him
My.
dead. Like I didn't want him dead. His kids was at my house. I didn't want that man dead. And I was effing him. Like I didn't want him dead. And I didn't care about them getting married. Because I still knew he still was even if I wanted to, I knew that whether he got married to her or not, if I wanted to mess with him, he was gonna still mess with me. So I didn't care. Even if he didn't mess with me, I would just move on. I'm not that type of female. Like, oh, if you don't be with me, I'm gonna just terrorize you. I'm not that one of those type of females. Anybody that been with me know that.
He was just 3 days into his marriage when he was at your house that day, correct?
No, 4 days, like a week before they got married, he was asking for a key to my house. If we was on such
Mm.
bad terms, why was he asking for a key to my house, knowing that he was about to get married in 7 days? Like, come on. People just be saying anything. They be loud and wrong.
I don't know about you, but I would have been feeling some type of way, sis. You didn't feel no type of way that
No, because I felt like she was a clown. I felt like she was a dummy and a clown. Cause like he just didn't get married to you, and you've been with him for like over 10 years, and he got all these side babies on you. Like I looked at her like she was a clown. Like, and I didn't want to get replaced. Like I didn't want to be her replacement. Cause if he did that to her and he was with her for all them years, he was going to do worse with me. I already knew that. I knew better. So I always looked at him like he's just somebody to have fun with and F on, but not nobody to take seriously.
absolutely, absolutely.
He just like somebody to party with, basically, like have fun with. That's it. And we was almost like best friends. He was telling me about his new babies on the way, all of it.
That's crazy. They said, so you can't get your kids back.
No, I can get the kids back, but I would have to work 40 hours a week. I would have to go to all 3 programs all at once, all in 1 week. I can get the kid. Well, the youngest child, they're trying to adopt her, but my son, um, it's like temporary custody. Like I can go down to family court and petition to get him back, but I would first have to meet the requirements of the court. And the reason why it was hard for me to meet the requirements is because they wanted me to go to 3 different programs and work and keep a full-time job all in 1 week. I can't be at 3 or 4 different places at once. And no, and jobs don't care about what you got going on in family court. It's either you could be here for this shift or we can find somebody that can. They don't care about what you got going on.
This is
And I
true.
lost multiple jobs trying to comply with the court order. It's not like I didn't try. I called lawyers and attorneys, and like when I was calling the lawyers and attorneys on Google, they would say that we don't take cases that's going against DHS. We only do private custody matters.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, there's a lot of people here. Hopefully we can get you the help that you need. If there's anybody know, what Na can do to get the help that she needs to, regain custody of her children, because she very much so would love to have her kids back in the home. Please reach out when I'll put you guys in contact with Na. If you guys can, make sure that you guys subscribe to her channel right here on YouTube and support. Okay, did you put your cash up in the chat now? Make
I
sure that
said,
you
"Oh
guys
no,
are supporting.
I don't know how to do it, but it's Love Nah 9415."
$love nah 9415.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you guys go. That's Nas Cash App. You guys be sure to support Win. Okay, on period. She's gone through a lot, Win, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate to her story. Okay, on period. Um, wow, wow, and to think that you never know, like what you know what action or what you never know what can affect someone, and
Turn
or
out
what,
to something major, like
yeah, turn out to something major. You never
monumental.
know. Exactly, you know where I was going with it. Exactly. When so yes, you guys be sure to walk in faith, okay, on period, and be cognizant of how your life and your words may affect someone else. Your actions are, however, it's very unfortunate what happened to Walter, okay, on period. Condolences to his family. We're sending love and light. Condolences to you, Nah. Love and light to you and your family and the kids. We're praying for you. We're gonna add you to the prayers list, and I just wish you the best. Any
Thank you.
last words before I let you go?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know, like, if his wife ever see this, I don't have no beef with her or anything like that. I don't have no beef with Trees either. I'm just telling my story and telling the truth. And I just wanted to clear my name. I'm not no clout chaser because I like to stay to myself. I don't even like attention. I like attention from my selective people that I like attention from, but I don't even like attention from like the public. If I really was clout chasing or anything like that, I would have been on the news. I had news reporters calling me, asking me if I wanted to say anything, and I declined the offer. I'm not the type to clout chase or anything like that. If I wanted to clout chase, I could have been calling the news, doing interviews with people, just like how she was doing interviews. I could have did interviews too, and I didn't do none of that. I didn't even mention him on my YouTube channel ever. When it happened, before it happened, afterwards, like I never really mentioned him besides here and with other people, like stuff like this, but I never mentioned it on my channel. him or anything like that. I'm not
Well,
a
your
clout
truth
chaser or
is your
anything like that.
truth. I
Yeah,
mean,
I was just
I
here to
don't
tell
even
my
think that there's
truth.
so much clout
Yeah.
with it. It's history. You know what I'm saying? And the truth, shall set you free. I believe that people deserve to know the truth. Instead of allowing people to come up with their own narratives, you hear people saying that you did it. You're the reason. You were fighting
Yeah.
them. It's good that you're
And
setting
I
the
should
record
be
straight.
allowed to defend myself. I should be able to defend myself. And like it just so happened that Walt and the wife and Trees is just a part of my story. But I'm not trying to like I don't be fiending for attention. Like I stay to myself. I work a regular job. I don't be fiending for views or subscribers on YouTube or anything like that. I'm not knocking anybody that do, but that's just not what I do. And I just
Oh
wanted to
man.
speak my truth and defend myself. Like that's it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna make sure that everyone subscribes to your channel right here on YouTube. I'm gonna put the link in the group chat. Everyone has your Cash App win. If there's nothing else, you got anything else to say before I let you go?
No, that's it. But thank you for having me on your show.
Yes, and thank you so much for coming by the platform. I appreciate you so much.
No
Okay.
problem.
Thank you. Ooh, you guys like this video? Like this video, like this video right now. That was a lituation. Wow. 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 If you guys enjoyed the show, okay, if it's been lit, okay, on period, you guys have been keeping it lit with the official King Pain. It's turned up over here, okay, on period. You guys remember to support. Support. We can't do it without your support. The Cash App link is pinned. The PayPal link is pinned. Win. Support the show. Hop out of the bushes and support. Win. Okay, on period. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's a whole lot of dusty shit going on. We can leave it to the official King Pain to bring some clarity to a dusty situation. TREEZUS kidnapped her damn grandkids when her daughter was going through the most traumatic experience in her life, probably the worst day of her life, when she lost her mind, her side piece, her kids, all her windows, when she lost everything all in one day. Her mother, her sister, like it was a long day, a long day. Okay, on period. She said, her and Walter, they wasn't arguing, okay, but he was upset that she crashed the car. Okay, and because of what was in the car, she didn't know what was going on with the car, where it was located. The police were being called. He most likely was triggered, and that's probably what caused the episode. It's probably what caused the episode. There's so much more. A lot of people have been focusing on the tree story, but honestly, Na has a powerful story to tell. She's a part of history. She was with Walter Wallace Jr. right before he passed. She knows, you know, she's an intricate part of the story. Like she knows what happened, leading up to his death. Okay. He literally was at her home on the same street, same block, the day it all went down. Okay. So that's part of the reason I was interested in the interview. She had name dropped Walter a few times. I'm like, who is this Walter Wallace? And when I started doing my investigating, I was like, oh, this is very interesting. Who cares about TREEZUS? It's unfortunate that she's just rotten, rusty neck asshole like she is. When we're praying for and we're sending her love and light. But wow, with mothers like these who need enemies, okay, on period. Wow, from your own mother. And I feel like, a part of the real reason, a lot of where Nas I wouldn't even say hate, I would say disdain comes from is the fact that, you know, throughout her childhood, Trees never showed interest. Trees didn't care. She said if my mom wanted to figure out what was going on, she could have figured out. She should have known. She was there in her fucking room while this man was fucking molesting me. Not only was he doing, he got so fucking comfortable molesting and taking advantage of now, he started bringing other niggas in. Trees in the fucking room. High. Strung out. This nigga just got out of prison from doing 12 years, and this raggedy bitch moved this man in a house with her little girls. And she said from the moment they were dropped off at the house by her stepmom, this nigga was fucking on them. Ain't no way TREEZUS didn't know. All this time, she pretends to be so intelligent all the time. Okay. You know, according to the daughter, she's always, you know, intimidating her significant other, kind of bullying them and forcing them into these oral arguments and physical altercations. You mean to tell me she turned a blind eye to? No. If you ask me, she was embarrassed, like you said. Scared. Like she is today. Scared of incoming opinion, scared of the official campaign, scared to face the truth. The truth is, you're trash. You've always have been trash. A whore. Ain't that what you say? Whore. You've always been a whore. And you've been taking your mistakes out on your children, out on your daughter. You made her life a living hell because you were a trifling ass, loose, decrepit being. Because you are for the streets, because you want to be outside, because you want to slang that snacker cooch around. You used to leave her with her father for months. He trying to work and take care of all the kids alone. You outside being a whore. What about all of the motherly things? You know, I felt like it was a little too personal, but I wanted to know, who taught you how to be a woman? I wish, one of, some of the ladies that, interviewed her would have asked, like, who taught you how to be a woman? What happened when you started your period? Who taught you about the birds and the bees? Who protected you? Was there anyone there to guide you and show you the way? Or was she so self-centered and consumed with her own asshole that she never paid attention? Years. Now was being sexually assaulted in the same home for years. Trees is there. This happened often. And it happened without care that Trees would wake up or she would come in like this man had gotten so comfortable with taking advantage of the kids. Like, be careful who you allow into your household, woman. Be careful who you allow around your kids. Make sure you vet these people. Put up cameras. You never know. You cannot trust these people. I can't. My stomach turns. Like I hurt for nah. And anyone else that has been in this type of situation, like it's crazy as a kid, as a young defenseless child, to think that the people that are supposed to be protecting you are taking advantage of you physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, how disgusting. And to get up on the YouTube each and every day, begging, making as if, you're a good person. People should invest in you. Like the trash of it all. The trash of it all. Okay, on period. This is the official King Pain Show. Act like you know Win. Okay, on period. If you enjoyed the show on tonight, make sure that you guys are supporting Win. We got Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo, Zelle, Crypto, PayPal, however you want to do it, Win. Remember to support. We can't do it without your support, Win. Okay, on period. Who wants us to come back live tonight? Let me know it in the chat. Who wants us to come back live tonight? I got more exclusive tea where that came from. When if you guys want us to come back live tonight, remember to support the show. I need you to hop out of the bushes and support. Hop out of the bushes and support Win. Okay, on period. This is the home of the situation. Act like you know Win. Act like you know. Act like you know, girl. Okay, on period. TREEZUS. A dusting we were gone. A dusting we were gone. High on the Dario. A dusting we were gone. I told you guys, you'll never guess what we found in the dust, girl. Oh, I hope that you guys enjoyed the show. Okay, on period. You guys have been everything. You guys have been everything. Okay, on period. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you guys for supporting Okay, thank you guys for supporting this platform. Okay, on period. You guys made the interview great. Okay, on period. Yeah, you guys make the interview great. And hey, yeah, so continue to support the show. Okay, on period again. We can't do it without you. Yeah, and we'll probably come back later depending on how the support is. Support on the way out. She said disrespect and an opinion are two different things. My. What's going on in the chat? Simply, oh, I see you trolling, weirdo. What that were? What y'all got going on when okay on period? It's a lot of shit going on in the motherfucking chat. Nah, it's in the chat. Okay, on period again. You guys make sure that you guys are following now right here on YouTube. There is her channel right there. If anybody wants to know how to spell it. Okay. I'm headed out of here. When okay on period. Support on the way out. Support on the way out. Until next time, I love you all. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Adios and good night. If you guys want us to come back later, support on the way out. Support on the way out. This is a business. Until next time, adios.